Hi everybody, how you doing? It's me, Liam from the Naughty Nomad. I hope you're well, and I hope you've had a great week. So yeah, I have potential news. It's it's quite exciting, as you can tell by my face. But it's potential to be really big, life-changing news. So anyway, rewind back to Christmas. So when I last probably saw you, I suppose it was New Year's Eve. I've been out on a couple of cruises with friends. That was cool. I've just been around and I've been catching up, and we've been back to normal. Work's been busy. It's all good. But the only thing that was different, and I did actually vlog this, but I wasn't brave enough to put it out there because it was quite personal. And the moment's passed now, and maybe when the moment's not as raw, I will maybe go back to that video. But anyway, long and short of it was I hit a slight blip, nothing wild, nothing crazy. I just wasn't feeling like me, and I'm normally a really happy soul. I'm a real go-getter. I love life, and I think basically I just hit a bit of burnout. No, it wasn't depression. It wasn't a doctor scenario. It was just I just had time off after Christmas. And normally I'd go back and I'd smash it and I'd make all these plans to I only go up in life. I'm only one to do more and keep going and all that sort of stuff. And it's always to do with my work. I just keep doing more work and take on more clients and keep pushing the boundaries and all those things you do when you're sort of self-motivated and work for yourself. And basically this year, I was expecting that to happen, and it's been a good year. We've got through all the lockdowns, we're catching up, we've all back to normal, business is good, and generally I can't complain. I'm very grateful, not lucky, because there's a massive difference between luck and it is not luck. Let me tell you, it's gratitude. So I'm grateful for what I've got and grateful for what I've created. But yeah, I just didn't feel like me. I was kind of just a bit like, I don't want to do this no more. I just work at such a crazy pace. I work with the nicest clients. So individually, life is sweet. But I got to a point where I was just like, I'm burnt out. I'm done. I'm not available for any more information. I'm done with, I can't listen to people. I don't want to work long hours. It's not people in general. It's not individual people. It's just a hamster wheel of life. You just sometimes get to a point where you're working, you're paying bills, you're bringing in money, then you're so tired to go to do anything, you don't go out, you don't see anyone, and then you just sort of try and rest, but equally know that you should be living because life is short and you've got to make these plans, and if you don't make plans, all you do is work. And like we all are, we're just on this mad hamster wheel where I was like, I'm just not feeling this. I'm not feeling this, working 60 hours a week. I don't take a lunch break. I work straight through. Yeah, business is good and you're earning money and it's great. But behind the scenes is me eating dinner at 10 o'clock at night on my reception desk, and then having to clean the shop and then be back again in the morning, crazy hours. And I suppose what I'm trying to say is this year, it just hit different. I had a rest at Christmas and I just didn't bounce back, and I just was not, something clicked. So that is what leads me on to this smile, is that I was like, something needs to change. Life is precious and life is happening right now. And from my experience of working with 10 different people a day and beautiful people that I work with, my customers, I'm the luckiest guy in that respect, is that bad things happen to really nice people all the time. And I didn't want to be another number of those people that, you just, I don't know, drop down dead in the cellar one day where you're under so much pressure, you have a heart attack, you're eating bad, I put on a load of weight, you're not drinking any water, you're literally, like, your back's killing you. And I just thought, this is only going to get worse. I'm 38 coming up, and it's not going to get any better when I'm 40s and 50s and 60s. And I thought, what am I doing? Why am I doing this for? I'm not money hungry. I like success and I like to earn an income. But the things I do in my life are cheap and free, and I love nature. I love chucking on my trackies. I love walking my dog. I love having coffee and see the sunrise. I love a glass of wine and seeing the sunset too. And I just thought, this needs to stop. This literally needs to stop. If you don't just rein it in now, you're just, I have insomnia 3 or 4 nights a week. I sometimes sleep 4 hours a night. Most of the time, I track my sleep. I sleep 4 hours a night. Sometimes I don't sleep at all. Where your brain's just so, like, if you're like me, you're just a bit like on. There's no off. And I was like, that needs to change. This is a year that is about me. So that is what I'm doing, which leads me on to what I've been up to. So anyway, I've got a cruiser, as some of you know, a 27-foot Shetland cruiser. It's beautiful. I'll show you now, but I got washing up, and it just is what it is. And I just thought, yeah, do you know what? Time for change. I'm gonna inconvenience myself. I'm gonna challenge myself, but in a way that I haven't done before. I normally challenge myself in business, and if you say go and make some money, I'll go and make money. I'll go and I'll cut as much hair as you want, and I'll smash it, and I won't. I'm too stubborn to give in. But this time, this is only about me and my dog and our life. So with that, I've been looking at narrowboats to purchase, and not narrowboats to sit in a marina, narrowboats to continuously cruise whilst working in the same shop and the same space every day. It's a massive, like, lifestyle change. I'm talking fully off-grid and living off nature and just going with the wind. Scary as fuck. So, yeah, but do you know what? It's about not going stale. It's the opposite to the hamster wheel. Every day will be different. I'll still be trying to manage a crazy workload. And but do you know what? I'll be actively living. And I'm the first one to preach about looking after yourself, and life is short. And now it's time to finally take my own advice. So I've looked at about 6 narrowboats. Some of the times you might see them on vlogs. I have vlogged a little bit of them. One of them I liked, and an offer got put in, and I hadn't made the mind up of whether or not I'm going to do this. I chickened out, and I just let the whole thing of, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll be, and it didn't, because I didn't do anything about it. I just went and just watched a boat I liked leave. Anyway, so that's that. So what I've done is I've seen a boat today. I liked it for a few weeks. I did as much research as possible, and I just thought, fuck it. I just thought I'm gonna do this. Very worst case scenario, it sinks and I drown. Second worst case scenario is, if it doesn't work or I've tried it, I sell it. Or I go into a marina in winter. If it's really horrific and I'm lonely and I'm this and I'm that, not like I can imagine I will be, but if that's the way it's going to be, there's another option. All the things that can go right in this decision, I slow down, I get a sleep pattern back, I get complete gratitude for life, the dog will love it, I can cut hair on there if I want to. If I was to go off-grid and travel around a continuous cruiser in the Midlands, in times to come, I can cut hair. I'm insured to do that. I can set up a business and do that and just go with the wind. But equally, I'm actively living a purposeful life day by day. And that is something that excites me. So I put an offer in and I'm waiting to hear back. And yeah, I'm hoping when I speak to you next time, I will be able to tell you and some good news and show you my potential new home. It makes me well up a little bit actually at the thought of that. Yeah, it's the first time I've said that. So yeah, it makes me well up at the thought that I could own my own piece of just, have your own space. Don't cry, Liam. Don't cry. I left home at 16. I've always worked. I haven't had an easy life, and I've never given up, and I keep trying. I work really, really bloody hard. But it's not about constantly who am I doing it to prove to? Who am I? What deep-rooted issue is there that I have to keep pushing? Now maybe it's time to rein it back and just enjoy the fruits of your labour, as I call it. Maybe it's time to just sit back and take a bit of an easier life and give yourself the easy road rather than the hard road, And to some people, it was madness. My mum was going, hang on, so you're in a marina that you love and you've got a boat that you love, but you're going to go along the river, have to find somewhere to sleep every 2 weeks, somewhere different, drive back and forth to work from different areas. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And she's like, why? I'm like, because I can. And because if I don't, I will never know. And if I don't, if I'm wanting change and I'm wanting to get out of the rat race, this is the polar opposite. to that life. You know, potentially every 2 weeks, you know, the latest, if not before, I've got to find somewhere new to live and somewhere new to call home. And that is just active living. And it makes me well up. It just makes me well up that, you know, I'm actually doing something that isn't about business or anyone else. It's actually just about me. And you get used to putting a lot of people first, and that's your job. You know, you build people up, but maybe now it's my time. So yeah, so sorry if I'm a little bit emotional, but I suppose it's just letting yourself get dreamy, you know. And I've got videos and pictures of this narrowboat, and all I've done for 3 weeks before I've viewed it is constantly, you know, looked at these pictures. I've enlarged them. I've shown my clients. I probably bored the arse out of my customers. Bless them. If you're watching this, thank you. You are so good. And they've all said, go for it. Just do it. Do it because we can't. And just, you know, you're a single man. You're on your own. You love life. You and your dog love it. Go for it. And the message, I suppose, is to anyone else watching this who needs to change things up, or if you've, you know, broken up with someone, or, you know, you need a push, then maybe this is meant to find you. But I look forward to the next time I speak to you. I hope I have good news. And if not, if the worst thing that happens, I don't get this boat for whatever reason, at least I've let myself be brave enough to, you know, push myself out there, because I'm waiting to hear back. And if we hear back and it works, I'm out. I'm going. And it's just sometimes getting to that point where you're prepared to just to see how prepared you are and how ready, how much you want it. Let's go. So I'll check in with you soon, and I hope I have good news. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm just sitting by my phone, even though they're not there now. I know they've gone home. It's about bloody 9 o'clock at night, but I'm just sitting here waiting for a yes or a no. So, but what will be. So, I hope to see you soon. Please do follow me on this journey, this emotional bloody journey. Please follow me on this journey. I'd love to hear who you are, where you're watching from. You know, have you got a boat? Are you just interested in a different lifestyle, or do you just like to go off in a little dream and walk somewhere else, make mistakes? But no, please leave a comment, share and subscribe. I'd love to build this community up. I haven't done a first or second take. This is just it. I've just filmed it as it is, hence the tears. But yeah, say hello and spread the love, and I'll catch you on the other side. Take care, guys.